All right, guys, I gave you a story yesterday of a father out of Westland, Michigan that was holding his baby in his arms when the police were trying to have an interaction with him, and he ended up getting tased. There is a follow-up to that story, and in fact, the follow-up was announced yesterday as I gave the story. The Westland, Michigan police officer who used a taser on a man holding a baby has been suspended for 30 days without pay for what Police Chief Jeff Jedricic called a questionable decision. The suspension was announced Wednesday regarding the Friday, August 17th incident. The officer is not being identified. The 2-month-old baby was not hurt, according to the police. And the tasing, which was captured on video, has been seen thousands of times, made headlines, and prompted social media criticism of the police department. Chief Jedricic said Ryan Brown's arrest was appropriate and was in line with laws and ordinances of the city of Westland, and that using a taser would have been appropriate as well. He was further quoted as adding, "However, I feel the use of the taser while he was holding the child was a questionable decision. We are all thankful that the child was not injured." Brown was charged with assault and battery, disturbing the peace, vandalism, child neglect, and other crimes. He also had wants on outstanding warrants, police said. The Detroit chapter of the National Action Network, a civil rights group, announced a plan to protest noon Friday, August 24th, outside the Westland Police Department. And so this brings into question a couple of things. One of the charges, the charge of vandalism was because if you read the story, I will put a link to the whole full story in the description box below. There's a little more in there due to time constraints I wasn't able to get to. But the police were called out because I guess there was a fight between two females or two women that was going on. There was a car that was involved. So that's where the vandalism comes in, maybe that he damaged her car. But the child neglect charge, I don't get. I mean, is that because he held the baby in his arms and then got tased? He put the baby in harm because the police were going to arrest him? I'm not sure about that. Now, I also disagreed with the tasing while he was holding his baby. That was completely out of line, in my opinion. However, I'm not defending the cops when I say that dad was a prick. You don't pick up your baby and use it as a bargaining chip, use him or her, as a bargaining chip. In this case, it happened to be the 2-month-old baby, if I recall, his name was Christopher. But you don't use a baby as a bargaining chip. I will say again, I'm getting that into your heads when you're talking to the police. You know, he should have said, hey, Nicole, take the baby. I'm got to deal with these police officers or what have you. Not pick the baby up and go, you're not arresting me, boy. I got a baby in my arms. Now what? Well, you're getting tased. So I kind of disagree. I think there was fault on both sides. The dad was a prick for doing that, but the police should have never tased him. That is in my humble opinion. I want to know what you guys think in the comment section below. Let me know. And now that we know this officer was suspended without pay for 30 days, is that even going to hurt him? What is the salary of police officers in Westland, Michigan? I don't want to assume it's like maybe an LAPD officer, which they make in the 6 figures. But what does a Westland PD officer make? I don't know. This one makes 30 days less because of this incident. News Now Ukaipa, keeping you guys up to date what's going on around your nation.